What's up, guys? How's it going? This is another video. Today what I want to show you guys is how to install modules for PowerShell Core. It's called pwsh for short. So you can follow along in the GitHub. It's linked in the article. And real quick, basically, what is PowerShell Core? So PowerShell Core is a new version of PowerShell that's meant to run on Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. So it's cross-platform. It's really sleek, nice, and new. And it's also called 6.0 sometimes, PowerShell 6.0. So, okay, first step is we need to install PowerShell Core. So the way we're going to do this today is by using a Docker container that Microsoft actually makes publicly available right here, mcr microsoft.com, PowerShell, and it's on Docker Hub. So yeah, it's already got PowerShell Core installed for you, and there's like a lot of different platforms that you can download this on. So Linux, Windows, Mac. We're going to do Windows today. But essentially, we're just going to run a Docker file, and I'll show you that in a minute. And this image will be the base image. Alright, well, next thing to know is basically like where can you find modules available for install. So there's this PowerShell gallery here that you can basically search for packages. Today we're going to install one that's called DNS client-ps. It's basically to just resolve DNS names with PowerShell Core. Okay, so let's get to the fun part, right? So installing a module. Alright, so we're going to do this through Docker because Docker lets you like build an environment that's isolated, and we're basically going to have PowerShell Core in that environment. So if you're following along in the source code, there's this Docker file. Here, let's pull that up. Yeah, so let's talk about this. So, okay, here we go. Line 2 is going to use that publicly available PowerShell Docker image that Microsoft makes. Line 5, we're going to be running as admin so that we can install modules. Line 8 here is making PowerShell Core our default shell because Docker uses Windows CMD by default. So instead, we want to be using pwsh or PowerShell Core. Line 11 is basically labeling the PowerShell gallery as trusted so that we can install modules from it. Line 14 is going to basically put the modules directory into the environment variable like path so that we can run those PowerShell commands after the fact. And finally, line 17 is installing the module. So we just give the name and the version, and then I'm skipping the check here for like verifying that it's legitimate because this is just a demo. And then line 20 is gonna like we can resolve the DNS for anything, so like Microsoft.com. Yeah, so okay, first step is building the image. So here we are in the code. Let's go into this directory, install, and sorry, I have to copy this. Copy. Okay. Docker build. Oh yeah, sorry, I'll fix that in the post, but we basically just need a dot at the end. Okay, so there we go, like it built the image. Okay, so now we want to like actually run the image and look inside. So Docker run will do that for you. And I want to point out, like, here we're giving a couple flags. So -it means like interactive terminal. So we want to log into the container and actually stay logged in. And then entry point here will basically give the startup command that we want to run. So we're going to say pwsh because that's the PowerShell that is on this container image. And so once we do that, you'll notice my prompt will change from blue to like all just white text. And that's because I am now inside the container that has PowerShell Core installed. And yeah, if you look here, there's my usual prompt, but now I'm inside the container. So like here we can print out a directory. We're just at the very root directory. So let's resolve a DNS and we'll check out if it gives us back an answer. Oh, there you go. Look, it says basically Microsoft.com has like all these records for DNS queries. That has more information. But that essentially is how you can install PowerShell Core into a Docker image and install modules on that image. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, but otherwise appreciate you taking the time and have a great day.